Interesting. All right, let's finish this madness. Sorry, I'm a bit late. The chat. Hey, Hildebrand. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Let's finish this and then move on. Word. This. We did a lot. It's incredible, like how few lines there are. It's like, oh, it seems like longer, but 25 lines is not a lot. Sometimes I expect more, kind of thing. Where were we yesterday? Ipsos prepositos. There it is. Here we are. Can you see? I think it's visible. Investiant et in possessionem. Inducant. That could be a word. I need to cut my hair. Look at that. Oh god, they're getting long. Oops. It's too big for me, too small for me. Yeah, inducant is right, but sorry, I lost line. I need to use this program. This image thing is pretty good for to look through the many pictures, but it's not very good for this job. I'll choose the Windows viewer, because when you zoom in Windows viewer, it doesn't actually, for some reason, when zoom in here, it makes it again full screen, which is really random and stupid. Super annoying. Add something. Facient. Ut alium eius nomine ut alius eum nomine de beneficio dicte ecclesiae Sancte Mariae in infra decem dies. Autocorrect, man. You know what's okay? You know what's a really bad autocorrect? In Excel, if you put like three numbers like 01, slash 01 slash 2022, it automatically makes it a date, right? So let's say you put 1616, it makes it a date. 16 is like, well, that wouldn't make a date, but trying to record something with three numbers in a column automatically makes it a day, and there is no way to change that, which is madness. Alicum ipsum syndicum. Kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. et per ipsum syndicum prepositum et capitulum ex nunc excommunicamus, is that right? Excommunicamus. Yeah, that seems just about the word. I think it's excommunicamus. Makes sense. Si hoc non fecerunt et hoc syndicus, no, et hoc is not syndicus, but si dictus sacerdos id alique eo res sentiensi. Hey, lizard. Oh no. Coram dicto domino. Preposito et capitulo infra ipsum. How was your lunch? Terminum. Data fui hec sententia in canonica e one, when you say all'angelo che means it's fantastic, yeah. What is this word? Comiensis? Just given that como, that place anyway, como. Unde plures eorum? What is this? What is this? What is this combination of letters? Unius tenoris. Teneris, probably, and tenoris. Seems also the third semester. I honestly have Taurus is my new love. Rogatus sunt. Yeah. Such an easy thing to do. You just make more than I before. I love leftovers. You're like, I'm hungry. Easy. Put leftovers in. Interferunt. I discovered Tesco delivery like a few months ago, and I absolutely loved it. No, that finished really fast. What did it make again? What was in the pasta? Was it cream? Was it a mushroom situation cream? Domini presbiteri Ioannes de Olzate. Yeah. Classic me when I don't know what to make. Stupid thing. Might have made a lot. Maybe it was made a lot of food then. Filius? quondam pro petracum predicti depolizzate. Which box? Did I give you a box for the pasta? Oh, no worries. Next time, look, might as well meet in Glasgow at some point. Presbytery. Lol. That's fine. Next dinner we make at someone's house. Morning, Dr. Ba. You can give him back the box. When are you going back to Milan? Is that in the weekend? Hildebrand? Dixe de Mentrixio. Julius quondam domini arterici. We don't really care about this, but still. Do you care about this? Hildebrand? How are you, Dr. Ba? Voltecanum, Veganus, Peniellus de Capiago, Filius. No, I will definitely finish it. It's not the most accurate life. Not the most accurate point. You know what I mean? Because it's also getting a little bit confusing, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. I'm fine. I'm fine. Feeling a bit. I don't know, feeling a bit weird today. Did I go work in the morning? Yeah, I don't know. Kill some beasts in Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think that this is a pro, by the way. I'm making this up. This is probably something else. Hector. Who will not be Hector? Panelli de Como. Et Dominus Alliprandus. That's a name we miss. Alliprando. A name I miss even more is Landolfo. I think Landolfo should be a more common name. Milano. I wonder why it stopped being in fashion. There are a bunch of Germanic names that are like, wonder why nobody uses them anymore. Judex Comi. I assume this is it. They're all people from Como. Jacobi de Milano. 8. Why? What was your guess? Sorry, that was loud. Why would you guess so? What's that? De Como. It plures ali. I love the like. Let me give you 10 names. And a few more. There were more as well. It's fine. And some more. Some other people there. Ego. Jacobus de Endella. I think it's Mandela, but Notaris, Cumanus, Filius, Quondam, Domini, Betrami, Domini, Bertrami de Quadrio, During his youth, my grandfather told everyone our surname Apkar was Welsh. I didn't know it was German. Just nobody likes the Germans, you're saying. Fair enough, yeah, especially in the US at the time. Qui dice band di candela. When you come back for Christmas, we need to quarantine. You don't get many baby adults these days. Well, one thing is adults, another thing is Landolf. Orlando. Lando or Orlando. Orland. That, Orlando. Why there's no Orlandos around? Yeah, adults is definitely a name that's a bit. But Landolfo is a different name altogether. Although it's similar, now you mention it, that's true. Oh, really? That's awesome. That's awesome. I need to propose to my fiancée watching of Orlando. Oh, comics. Is omnes. Herma. Omnes. Something. Domini Archidiaconos. The fascists in Italy are still quite a lot. Like the pro Mussolini people. They're much more than you expect, for sure. Annoying. I was hoping that I could open my. Oh, there it is. Easy. Heh. Test results, you have PCR test right at home before you leave and you can take when you get back. Oh. An hour isolation. Scripsy? What do you think this is? So wait, don't you need to send it to a lab for a PCR? Isn't that how PCR works? Yeah, at least one day, yeah. Scripsy. Wait. Better than 2 weeks for sure. Okay, that's our document, Hildebrand. Do we want to go to a bit of a run-on translation? What do you think? Or should we? Do you want me to send me the editing and we move on, or what's the plan? I am at your beck and call, as they say. What shall I do? One thing I will do. Like, shit. All right, let's do it. In nomine Domini, in the name of the Lord. Okay, 12:57, Wednesday. I've got Wednesday dress. I'm trying not to and do any work today. What's Wednesday dread? It's a good shot though. Don't do any work. I didn't turn on light. I'm a fool. There it is. That's something about the middle of the week. No, fair enough. Yeah. Above the super questione, que vertun inter magister Guglielmi de Juliano. See, this is the. Why the new Metroid? So between this the Sindaco, the mayor, the emissary, the how do you call? Because it's not a mayor. It wouldn't be the mayor. It would be very much the emissary of the abbot, St. Ambrose. On one side, I don't know what Totem is here. Maybe acting instead of. Here, clear something was missing. On one side, and Abroxy de Berta, who's also the mayor. Fair enough. Yeah, sorry, I gave you thread. Prevosto, again, the Sindaco, the Prevosto of the Church of Gorgonzola of the Milanese Diocese, in which sent dispute, in qua questione tali ribelli. What was his word again? Anyway, there is a dispute about a libellis. Libellis generally is a little book, so. Well, anyway, it's saying that this dispute was somehow done. This word is somehow not quite correct. Yeah, probably, for sure, is the libellus of. It could be the booklet of all the literary disputes, for sure, which is read or at least looked at or expanded, along with present the Deacon of Como Aresi. I think that's his name, maybe. I assume Aresi is his name. With the delegate of the pontiff. Yeah, then it must be that for sure. And the tale of this libellis is this such. No, the Lord. Guglielmo proposes that when the beneficium of Santa Maria in Ziago is vacated, in which church the abbot by law is elected the beneficiary and rector, abbot and conventus. I don't know why I keep saying abbatis and conventi. There's never weird about that. Is elected the priest basilium to the benefit of this church, and the same priest was presented, or has been presented himself. They presented the priest. They presented the priest to the Prevosto and chapter of Gorgonzola, by which spectam investitam Gorgonzola, yeah, also look at the spelling. To whom specta it was due to, it was their duty to invest for that which is above said. Et ipsi pro sue voluntatis arbitrio ipsum presbyterem medicum efficio emissure recusassem. Okay. And they were, so basically so I want to understand, The abbot says, "I elect you, as is my right." They present it to the Prevosto of Gorgonzola, or no, so no, Gorgonzola, the real one, who was supposed to basically ratify the election and invest the priest with the benefit, but instead, ipsum presbyterum, the same priest, of said beneficio recusasse investiture. Instead, they refused, they threw back the election, the investiture. For which, this is the appeal to the, for which, I guess the abbot, am I getting it right, yeah, Hildebrand? Appealed to the bishop, alongside which, yeah, soon probably. So I guess assuming that, therefore they appeal to the bishop, the people of Inzago, of Gorgonzola. Or no, actually, sorry, propter qua sun appellatum. Okay, sure, fine. Quo petibat syndicus dictorum abbatis. Ultimately, they went to the bishop. Cooperitum presbyterum buscum. I think it's probably Basilium. Let's check. We have a line 6. What is line 6 here, Hildebrand? Am I correct in this transcription? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is buscum. Huh. Weird. What's a buscum to do with anything? Unless it's Basilium. But it is Basilium, isn't it? It's not buscum, it's Basilium. Obviously. Buscum. It's like, it's a woodland. It's not. No, do woodlands. Okay, they appealed. Yeah, they appealed to the bishop to invest the priest and induct him in the possessions and the benefit. Et eius iuribus ipsum dominus bishop cum. Weird. End of 6 is a bit confusing. Oh, okay. That's confusing. Okay. I think the bishop recognized their right. Per se quod per suo delegatus contradictos. Okay, so the first choice of their bishop was basically knowing the right or something on those lines. He contradicted the abbot, absolvendo, releasing the above-mentioned Prevosto. They were absolved from the petition of the abbot. Cool. For first set, they went to the archbishop. They wanted the elected. Gorgonzola said no. Went to the archbishop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So Archbishop was like, "Hey, no, I think the abbot is wrong," and so he rejected and absolved the Prevosto. A qua unqua sententia a sede apostolica cum unde pecit quatinus pronuncintes. This was all blurry. Ultimately, which sentence they went to appeal to the apostolic see. And assume here that they're like, hey, they cannot do that as well. Part here was missing from as you see, there are lots of question marks and stuff. Facies ipsum presbyterum dedictos, I assume this dictos, beneficio secundum item petit expensas factas. They also appeal petere, besides farting, appeal, disputed, accused, demanded. They wanted the expenses of the dispute to be paid. Classic lawyers, you know. Indus peritas partes, factis petitionibus. Okay, they went to the Pope, and they also wanted more. For petition for more. I had no idea. I don't even know if that's correct. Let's see a 9. I think the abbot, I assume, right? But let's check that. We're on line 9, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Expensas, unless this is not that word at all. What do you think? Is this expenses? Expensas? Is it expressas? It could be this. There's an ento. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong, and this is not expensive, but it expresses. Basically, they express a petition and made a protest. Probably is better. But I assume that's more. They basically disputed the previous decision in the libello. Sorry, that was almost exciting. In qua quidem questione allegabat dictus magister et commentus. They repeat the same dispute. They're saying we had the right. Yeah. The same church is funded in fondo e solo as well. Sit doctata et ipse bates de comment abean omnes homines. That's un badish. You came here before. Welcome back. Okay, they're basically saying we convent abean, they had all the men. Tam in temporibus. So basically the abbot says, no, we have all the rights to this church and their land. And therefore we can. You know what's annoying, Jacob, is that they don't really tell you how they got to the conclusion. It's not like they're like, okay, this is the evidence we gathered, and therefore we can decision. It's more like, this is what they said, and this is what we decided, but you don't really get to know why, which is a bit frustrating. At least not in these disputes. I've read quite a few stuff from a guy called Thomas Cohen, Quen. Well, I have tons of testimonies if you're interested in testimonies. They did not tell them that. That's true. They should have. That would have been great. I have quite a few testimonies, by the way. If you're interested, they're in the documents I sent you. But it's always hard to know what they're about. They're not connected to the thing. No. Still, some of the very big documents are testimonies, generally speaking, or land records, which are also testimonies somehow often used for this kind of stuff. Okay. It ex parte per Ambrosis nomine per Tom Reposio, okay. So then we switch. Just like letters of appeal to the Pope almost never survive, because once you have your delegated judge, you don't need it anymore. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Dazumbadi Gil. Dazumbaji? Are you an historian as well? Or a fan? Where are you standing here? Or a computer scientist? The document, a good question for translating right now, it's about a dispute between the main church in Milan. Yeah, slay geeks, the best kind of geeks. Main church in Milan, the Basilica of Sant'Ambrogio, and a small church outside of Milan called the parish of Gorgonzola, the canonry of Gorgonzola, and they're disputing about the election of the rector and beneficiary of another small church, Santa Maria d'Inzago. Basically, what happened, as Hildebrand will tell you because he's studying in this, this is the third or fourth continuation of this dispute. Previously, I think there is like a 4 or 5 documents all together in one, highlighting what is being told now. So basically, this is retelling the story. Like, okay, we went first here, then there, then there, and there. And because the abbot kept losing, they kept going to a higher and higher law court. I think this is the highest. They went to the Pope. I think it drags on for like 10 years or something. It's a long, long dispute. Long conflict, common, very common. Everything takes a long time. You see a lot in medieval conflicts. That also in current day-to-day conflicts. Italy has not changed much regarding how quickly disputes get resolved. Okay, so let's part a bit in Ambrosi. Why would they be able to resort to military police if diplomacy failed? I don't think they would. I don't know. Would they? Not for this kind of things. I don't know. Hildebrand? Helizard? What do you guys think? Actual violence? This is intercity stuff. So they're all from Milan, really, and they're all outside the political. No, yeah, not that. Yeah, not in that sense, because it's not like. So the reason why I'm hesitant, there's a bit of a caveat, right? I'm sure. Yeah, and also like they didn't really have the military power per se, right? They didn't have any military power. They're just monks, kind of thing, right? The only caveat I can think of is if, like it happened in Sant'Ambrogio, the abbot is connected to the current leader of the city, especially when there is a signoria kind of thing, right? Or when the balance shifts, then maybe the military stuff can come in. Yeah, this is in 1253. 1257, sorry, 1257. 1257. But they started 10 years before, right? So, okay, continuing. Yeah. Stuff is missing, of course, here, unfortunately. Structa in plebetu okay. Constructa, assume there's the church was constructed in the city, in the area of Gorgonzola, and inside the confines of this church, of this, not church, but this community. I think that's it was there actually, I'm not putting brackets. And therefore it must be under or edictis subent or, I assume. Let's see where we're. Ita deben subesse. Predictis, sorry. So basically I transcribed this, or passphrase, now we're translating a little bit. So it must be under the above mentioned prevosto and chapter, according to which what's it crying for? I'm glad. It is amazing, actually. It's really cool. I completely agree. I love it. I think knowing Latin is maybe a step too far. I understand it and I speak Italian. I think that's the accurate representation of my knowing Latin. If we get when we get there's a guy King Zorsi comes here once in a while, and he knows Latin, and I'm always like he writes in Latin in chat. I'm always like confused. According to whom? Other capeste, other leaders? What's capeste? Oh, by the way, did you guys see what I posted on Twitter? The symbol I found today, which is really cute. Wait. Look at that. This is a note rate symbol. Isn't this cute? It's like a child drew this. Okay, sorry. Each field code working archive makes you resent working with documents that is a privilege to even see. Yeah, I did twice a week. You've been there more, haven't you? Also library and stuff. It's a very tiring. Sorry for the noise. Can you hear the Papacias are awesome. For sure. Okay, sorry. We're here. Something about the head of the people. Have you seen people's heels? Zombie. Let me take a wee break. I want to show some people's heels because they're awesome. It's so fun when you get through this and like, oh, look at that heels. I'm like, yes. Wait, I have a back of it. Alexander Pape. I didn't take that much of them because I didn't care so much. Only two. They're cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Ah, it's a shame that. Do I not? Oh no. I thought I had a picture of this. But look at that. This is Peter and Paul. Yeah. And actually, I don't know if you know, but there is a lot of little things that went into confirming the authenticity of a document. So the seal, very important, of course. But if you look at the seal, there are wee dots all around it. So can I get a picture of this? Like you see all these dots. They are numbered. There are different popes. Each, you see, there is a name of the pope on it. Right? Innocentus Papae Quarto. Only Innocent IV could use a seal, I assume. So the numbers were unique to the Pope, and then the string as well was a special made that was only made in Rome. Alongside that was also the writing was very particular. So like there are many ways because forgery was a very real thing. The buildings out there are way more engaged in archival docs. Hey, I love archival docs. They're awesome. I'm actually not getting burned on them yet. Era de considerare Dio o obtinta in plebeto ante dicto quod. So I guess they're saying it always been the consuetudinem, the what's consuetudinem in English, the use that when the church was vacated, the so he's basically saying what the actual constituent was. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a big topic for sure. wasn't easy. And Milan is amazing, as it's both of Arcali Archive and an amazing building all one. I need to go to the Pinacoteca. I know you've never been. I've only been to Brera. Everybody want to be my enemy. One more question. Please ignore or save when the. But do we have an example of recess for trade a full many at a time? Yes, we do. Editor, you want to speak about the donation of Constantine? Multiple, but I think donation of Constantine is probably one of the biggest ones. So basically, he's saying what usually happen. They have 2 or 3 people from, I assume, the plebe. It's awesome. It's so cool. Of course, because Da Vinci was there. Yeah, it is definitely the best example. It was like 500 years. Politically, the Gonzola, and if other recipere quatuem possit legere alium clericum put in brm, I don't know what that is. Quam de capitulo predicto. Lots of question marks. Okay, so it's describing the process. Hildebrand, I suggest that you maybe go back to this part and fine tune what's happening exactly. Line 14, 15, 16 are examining the process of the way that Gorgonzola is elected beneficiary of Santa Maria in Zago in the past. Yup, sure thing. But if you're interested in really looking at that, you can do that. There are a few mistakes here, I think. Interval consent. Okay, so no. Cool. Sentencem utraque parte. The sentence on both sides, with both sides present, wanting and consenting to the pronouncement. A little bad, but still was quite interesting actually, unfortunately. One's bad for our mentioned. Yeah, so they're saying basically the previous saying of the bishop was not good and they were well appealed. It was a good appeal from them. Eaten, therefore, we say and pronounce same priest esse. So they pronounce that the same priest must be invested of said beneficium through the prevosto. Impositionem inducendum and or vel alium eius nomine item dictus et pronunciamus quae prepositus e capitulum Gonzola facium gratiam specialem done through a special grace seems they anyway dictu domino to the mentioned the puissent elegisse unum duos vel tres de canonice play Gonzola commentum impresium. So first, I've just had a memory. Does he maybe say that the future abbot should choose from the community? Yes, I think that's exactly. So they almost is saying, okay, seems like he's saying, okay, we pronounce that the priest Basilio must be invested through a special grace of the preposto. And in the future, con ipsi debuissent elegisse unum, duos, vel tres de canonice ecclesiae, they must select among 1, 2, or 3 the canons of Gonzola, and not elect you can have this one, the one you were asking for, but in future it has to work for Gonzola too. Basically, seems something like that, yeah. Because we don't want another 10-year dispute, please. Thank you. e non leggere item, dictum e pronunciatus, dictum, this, oh, maneram, probably this is maneram. Okay, so, and not electing, let's check if that's correct, but I think that makes sense. How many lines on the bottom? 31, so it's 7. Let's check if I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. There it is. E non leggere. Yeah, hinc mani. I think this is maniera. And they should not elect in this way if the prebenda, the beneficium, is vacant in the said. But instead they must select 1, 2, or 3 canons of Gorgonzola. Et aliquis illorum, I guess, and anyone else they want to. Oh, and aliquis illorum nolverint, maybe nolverint is actually correct. And anyone else they don't want to receive, to whom they don't want to give the benefit of the benefit of this chapel. Okay, volverint is licit to the abbot. Esse liceat ipsis domino abbati convento elegire alium clericum vel presidium. Ah, I think is if they don't want to elect anybody, then if the Gorgonzola doesn't prevent anybody, then abbot can elect. I see. So maybe there is an C here. Alex Risotto. If nothing is received, if it's not received, if no one wants to receive the benefit of this chapel, I see. If none of the people presented wants the benefit, then they can elect whatever they want. And then it can present it. I understand. Adesso inducere blah blah. Item decimus e pronunciamus que quod, which de sacerdos queri pro temporis ecclesia Santa Maria in Dinciago tenea nel facere festum honoricire qualibiet. I charged out to be a Gorgonzola. You know, Gorgonzola is a great cheese. Qualibet armio in Santa Maria Milani. Okay, and then they must. Augusto. Yeah. But in a way, actually, this sentence is very much, I find, against Gorgonzola. It's a compromise, really, from the Pope saying, okay, you can have your guide there, but in the future you must select from 3 unless they don't want it. In which case, then, well, you can do what you want, right? And then they must go to celebrate Mass and in Santa Maria Maggiore for the Assumption, I assume. Alongside the Prevosto, who used to go to the party, I assume. Ecclesiarum dicte plebi ira festa of the church of the said town, because of course Santa Maria in Zago go to a feast of Saint Mary in August, Assumption Validi. Therefore, they say the sicut prevosti e canonici ecclesiarum. And then he mentions basically they need to invite also these other 2 people. Item condemnamus dictum syndicum e praesum syndicum ipsos preposito e presbyterum Busilium, we said, yeah. Vel alium eius nomine, investire in protezione. Okay, fine. And basically then say, invest the guy, would invest not with a car, but with a benefit. Et per ipsum syndicum prepositum. I don't think this is the right word. Yeah, no. Yeah, it is. And if you don't do it, we're gonna excommunicate you. If this you don't do. And this if said priest eos res sententius coram dicto domino. Okay, cool, makes sense. Yeah, fair. I mean, good threat. You know, like, hey, you're gonna do this, yeah? That's agreement. Otherwise, we'll communicate you. Fun. Enjoy your day. Bye. Hey, that's a transcription. I think we did a really good job. I'm really proud of this translation, actually. I'm actually quite impressed we understood what's happening here. I didn't expect the understanding to be there at the end. This is awesome. I'm really happy because I really struggle with disputes. I think disputes are like so scary and hard. And we got this. We understand what's happening here. Of course, you had some ideas beforehand. It helps, but I'll send you across. Send you this across. What is that? What is that emote? PogChamp. Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm an ignorant Twitch streamer. Not very much for the culture. But yes, this is definitely poggers, I guess. Is that what you say? Is that what you'd say these days? I'm gonna send you the thing. So tomorrow, Hildebrand, are we taking a break or are we doing the next one? They send me some letters from the Pope tomorrow. Is that a plan? This is fun. That was good. That was very good. Have you guys seen Arcane, by the way? I know Elizar does not. You should watch it. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Are you also learning the arcane arts? Oh, yes. Dude, take a holiday, man. Take a week off and then work a bit more over Christmas. That's what I want to do when I got stressed. Yeah. Well, send me what you need, right? I guess that would be also good if you need some. Okay, I sent you the transcription on the Discords. Hildebrand is an historian as well, doing a PhD in a similar topic as me. I had to tweak my book proposal, but it's being tentatively accepted. Yes, congratulations, that's awesome. Why are you not looking forward to it? Well, let me tell you. The author of this document was Jacobus de Indella or Mandela, a notary. I think there's basically a guy that just writes down what's being said, right? And there is a whole class that was called the notarial class, who was in charge of basically. Great, then I'll give me all the paper letters. Send to me, and I'll help you do that. I'll help you to know what's happening. A whole class of notaries, generally sons some following the father's trade, who did the job of writing down documents. Very important, very important, especially in the 12th and then 13th century. I would, yeah, but also in a sense, if you think about it, it is through the documents. It is through documents that law was made, right? But yes, in a sense, yes. If you think about it, we call up a party. The secretary of a party is the head of the party in a political situation, right? And not by chance. In this case, the notaries basically were very powerful and important. Yeah, you had to go through them to do anything legal, unless of course you were the Pope and you had their own chancery. But even that's a whole class of people specially trained for writing letters of the Pope, right? And in the 12th, 13th century, the written document becomes a lot more prevalent and popular. That's why in my PhD I'm looking at around 5,000 documents from churches, and they're all like, most of them are mundane, right? It's like, hey, I'm selling this land to you for this money, well, and I'm invested this person, and then what happens is that you have the document. So like this document, for example, will be in the monastery of St. Ambrose, and then next time Gorgonzola is like, hey, I want to elect the guy, and the what's it called? The abbot is like, well, actually, the way to do this is that you give me 3 and I choose, right? And it's like, no, it's not. Like, yes, it is. This is written down by the Pope, by a papal emissary. I assume that's part of it as well. I wonder, is there writing research on this? And I never read about the intrigue aspect of notaries. No, the misery. Everybody wants to be a man. But notaries are pretty cool, and I'm not even looking at them. Weirdly, we still empower notaries to an extent. Yeah, that's true actually. No. But I think it must be some. Must be some. I mean, the same way that there is forgeries and stuff, right? Notaries must be forgeries, ultimately, or at least someone trained in the art. That's true, Dr. Bot. That's true. They're still a very powerful class in society. Mine is really high for class. Oh, yes, of course, of course. Still done, of course. Having a stamp is powerful. It's a bit like being a doctor, you know. Doctor gives you a lot of power. Actually, having a doctoral stamp gives you a lot of power. Yeah, Hildebrand is saying that there is a pretty big notarial tradition in Italy, and yeah, lots of research on notaries in Italy. Yeah, I don't think there were many who did that. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. I have a stamp with my name, but it's not a notary stamp. Sad. Sad. It doesn't have power of truth. People always getting documents copied and ratified. Yeah. That's cool too, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. You have a stamp for your own books. That's really cool. Guys, this was really fun. Thanks a lot for joining. Tomorrow we continue with people letters. Methinks. So look forward to that. It should be a bit shorter than this and a bit easier to read as well. Still 800-year-old documents, you know? Pretty cool stuff. No, thank you for joining, Tazumbashi. Dr. Blair Apkar. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright. I thought it was actually official for your own books. Like you stamp each book you're gonna publish and sell. But I guess not. That would have been also cool. I'm gonna do some work actually. I'm gonna do some document analysis, I guess, for a better word of it, for the next few hours, and then go for dinner. That's the plan. Hope you guys have a beautiful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. I keep looking on the side because my chat is on the side, which is not good. Make some tea is a good idea. I'm gonna make some tea too, actually. Now you mention it. Hildebrand, you say where? I don't know what you're referring to. Where is where? What is where? Why is where? That was a random where for sure. Ah, dinner. Oh, where am I having dinner? I'm having dinner at my fiance's house, actually. Someone's coming by. With guests. What?